Okay, so hello everyone. This is a question which is quite interesting because the solution to this is not very obvious. I mean, it is very simple and involves the least of a concept which you might have to use, but it's difficult to find, right? The solution is very difficult to find. So I want you to try this question and just going to give some tricks first, I mean some hints first, so that maybe you can find the solution on yourself, right, by yourself. Let's see. So first hint is that you got a 4 and you got a 3, the difference is 1. Similarly, you got a 6 and you got a 5, the difference is 1. 8 and 7, the difference is 1. And similarly 10 and 9, the difference is supposed to be 1. And the second hint is that you want this series to telescope, right? You want this series to telescope into something which is you know what that thing is. Okay, so these are the two hints. First try it out, and then we will talk about the solution. Okay, so hopefully you tried it out and now you know what kind of question it really is. It is not that easy to solve. Okay, so let's go. Let's start solving it. So my first attempt at this was actually to kind of transform this series into itself once again. Like when you do this thing, when you do integral of e to the x sine x dx, you basically use the differentiation by, I mean integration by parts, to transform this thing into itself, right? But with a different coefficient. So I tried to do that with this series, like you know uh, by saying that 3 is actually 6 minus 3, 5 is 8 minus 3, 7 is 10 minus 3, and then trying to transform it into something which I know how to solve, and just itself with some other coefficient. But that didn't work out very nicely. So here we are. We don't know how to do it. So this observation that 4, 3, 6, 5, 8, 7, all of these have a difference of 1. This can be very very useful if you want to solve it within no time. Okay, so here's the thing. uh 1, right? I think 1. Okay, fine. So I'm going to call this 1 into 1, 1 into 3 into 1, 1 into 3 into 5 into 1, 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 1, and so on. So this one, this can be actually written as you got 1 by 2 into 4. Then this one can be written as 4 minus 3. Then you got 1 into 3 and 2, 4, 6, right? 2 into 4 into 6. And this one, it can be written as 6 minus 5, plus you got 1 into 3 into 5 upon 2 into 4 into 6 into 8. And this one, it can be written as 8 minus 7, right? So this thing minus that thing. Similarly for this one, you had this thing minus that thing. And similarly for any general term of the series, you will have the denominator of that term minus the last part of the numerator of the next term. Okay, and it keeps on going like that. So this can be written as, you got 1 upon 2 into 4 into 4, that's supposed to be 1 into 2. Then you got minus 1 into 3 upon 2 into 4. Okay, then you got 1 into 3 into upon 2 into 4 into 6 into 6. So these two will cancel. All right, so that will give me 1 into 3 upon 2 into 4 into 6. Then you have minus 5 into this thing, which is minus 1 into 3 into 5 upon 2 into 4 into 6. Okay, I think this was cancelled. Yes. Similarly for this one, this guy, you have plus 1 into 3 into 5 upon 2 into 4 into 6. Okay, and minus 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 upon 2 into 4 into 6 into 8. And you can already see what's going to happen is that these terms will cancel themselves up, these terms will cancel themselves up, and it will keep going like that. So finally the last term which won't get cancelled would be very small, because you can see that the numerator is always smaller than the denominator, and it keeps on getting smaller because you are multiplying by some number which is smaller than 1, right? You can see 1 by 2 into 3 by 4 gives me this thing. Then this thing into 5 by 6 give me this thing, then that thing into 7 by 8 gives me this thing, and it keeps on going like that. So yeah, the denominator, that's supposed to be increasing, and the numerator, it's relatively decreasing when you compare denominator with it. So yeah, this thing is going to shrink to, I think, 0, though I'm not very sure that that is going to happen. So 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 upon 2 into 4 into 6 into 8. Yes, I think it should be shrinking to 0. Right. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So in that case, you just have half. Right. And if this doesn't shrink to 0, you will basically need to find what limit does this shrink to, and then you will be able to do something out of that. Okay. So that is nice. All right. What about we write it in a different format? Okay, so this 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 upon 2 into 4 into 6 into 8. This can be written as 1 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 divided by 2 into 4 into 6 into 8 squared. Alright. But just look at that. This thing is actually just 2 power 4. No, wait. It's 2 power 4. That thing squared is 2 power 8 into 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 squared. Right. Yeah, that's nice. So just got 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 squared. So yeah, it's supposed to be 4 over there. So that thing will cancel with that thing, but just leave one of them. So you got 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 upon 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, but that thing into 2 power 8. All right, that's fine. So what can we do with that? um how do we show that this thing is going to keep decreasing? So that thing can be done as 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 divided by, if you distribute this 2 once again to everyone, that's going to give me 8 into 6 into 4 into 2. No, wait, actually squares of them, right? So yeah, distribute 4 to everyone basically. So you will have 4, 8, 12 and 16 and stuff like that. So yeah, this is very small in comparison to, this is very big in comparison to that thing. So yeah, that's my guess, that this is going to shrink to 0 as we move forward in the series. And yeah, that will give me 1 by 2 as my answer. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video.